Another Wednesday, another live stream. What's up, everyone? Let's see here. We're just going to get started. We're going to get some people in here. As usual, if you are watching this on replay, usually the first 2 to 5 minutes is trying to get everyone in and get everything set up. So, yeah, just give us a second. Suicidal Pineapple, thank you for joining. We'll get you in here in a second. For joining. Let's see what else. I just want to remind everyone that we have, get the camera set up. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're first, right in too. Thank you for, usually we struggle up front trying to get everyone in here, so thank you very much. Let's see here. Edgar is in, so we'll get him in too.
I believe, unfortunately, our drummer may be just a little bit late.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. Chaos Guitars, welcome in. Gus, what's up, man? How you doing?
That's Luke.
Oh, you switched on me. Sorry. Luke, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, how'd you get in? That's crazy. I thought I invited Idle Existence, thank you for joining. Micah Barry, thank you for joining. Let's give him a second to get in here and we'll get started. Okay, so Alex and Luke.
Just waiting for the man himself.
Yep, I tried. I'll invite him again. Hold on. All right. This is usually the first like 2 or 5 minutes of the live stream, honestly. Let's see here. Edgar, you can join, ask to join too. That would help. If you can hear. All right. I'll read some little stuff off the top too, and then we can go from there. I don't see you in the chat. Maybe try rejoining if that's possible.
I wonder, probably because Gus and Luke have a joint control over the actual Edgar Gorre Instagram.
Oh, are you both on the same account? Yeah. Can you join from another account potentially? That's what threw me off too. Can you join from your JPG account?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Idle Existence, thank you for joining. I'm just going to get this out of the way up front. I butcher everyone's name, so if I say your name when you're coming in and it's wrong, sorry. Make me sick. Thank you for joining. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to start off the top here. There he is, swifle.jpg. We'll get you in here in a second. And that'll free up the other account. There he is. What's up?
How's it?
And this should work now, right? Let's see. Hey,
it worked.
Were you on the band account?
Yeah, I was. I didn't notice I was still signed in.
So this is usually the first 5 minutes of every live stream. So thank you for joining us, guys. Aaron Cherry, thank you for joining. All right, I'm just gonna rattle some stuff off the top, and then we'll get right into it. Hello and welcome to the Bellwether Ritual live stream, where we discuss music, the local Lehigh Valley, PA music scene, social media, and more. Today is Wednesday, July 19th. My name is Mike, and I'm the vocalist / guitarist of Bellwether Ritual. Hope you all had a good week. Today is the third stream in the lead up to the Carnival of Chaos, August 12th in Schnecksville, PA, presented by Chaos Guitars. So just want to shout out Dave. He's been plugging away, really promoting the show, and we're all really excited to be a part of it. We just released a new single with a playthrough, so go check that out if you have a second. The link's in our bio. And as always, we usually release these live streams on YouTube and Facebook after they're recorded. We also are considering a move to YouTube or Facebook in the future, so if you'd like to see that, let us know. Tonight, we have a creature feature for you all. Our guests are Gus, Luke, and Alex of Edgar Gorre and the Nevermores. They are a horror punk band who started playing shows in Lehigh Valley, which led to the release of their debut EP, Punkin', in 2002, I believe. Is that correct, guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. It's a collection of...
Where does the time go?
Yeah. It's a collection of songs about monsters and murder, and they make music for sick fucks like you and me. I listened to it right before we went on here, and I gotta say, I'm a fan already. We'll talk to them about all that and more. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are y'all doing tonight?
Hi.
Oh, phenomenal.
Good to hear. Thanks for taking the time to join me. I really appreciate it. Anything you guys want to plug right off the top? Shows coming up?
Follow our Instagram. That's where we primarily post stuff.
Cool.
We're not too active on Facebook. We try though.
Yeah.
And Spotify,
Cool.
Any show?
Yeah.
What's that?
Any shows?
Oh yeah,
coming up?
we got some shows coming up. If you follow our Insta and everything, we'll post flyers for that and everything.
Is Instagram where you're most active?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like have a debate right now because the live stream on Instagram is cool, but I don't know. We're just trying to figure out if there's a better way to do that. But
It's all Zuckerberg.
Yeah, this is where we kind of got traction in the first place. So Chaos Incarnate, thank you for joining. Rosie, we appreciate all your hard work. Pensy Boy Pictures, Punk Frog Studios, thank you for joining. And Bro DY2447, thank you for joining. If you have questions for the guys, you can drop them in the comments and we'll get to them in a moment. Cool. So yeah, I gotta say right off the top, guys, it's usually sometimes it's and I gotta shout out Dave too for booking you guys, because sometimes it could be a real crapshoot when I'm like just listening to bands or whatever, but really dug the sound. And I have some follow-up questions for you because I think there's a lot of other bands in the Valley that you'd be great with, and I wonder if you know of them or have already played shows with them. So yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But usually how I like to start off the show is asking, are you guys from the area originally? Did you move in? How did all that start?
I guess I'll go first. I don't know if you know this or not, but me and Alex, we're brothers.
Yep.
So we're both from Bethlehem, but
Cool.
I have recently moved to Nesquehoning, so I'm up here in like the boonies. Yeah, but we still hang around the area, and then if you guys want to say your piece.
Well, I don't think Alex wants to. I think well for him, but
Well, I didn't say where he's at now.
yeah, Bethlehem. No, yeah, I'm from Lehigh Valley, Northampton. I'm currently living in Allentown, so been in the Valley my whole life.
And Alex, I'm assuming you're still in Bethlehem then?
Yeah.
Yep, I was born and raised there too as well. Currently in Easton, so spent some time in Philadelphia, which was great as well.
Oh, cool.
Let's see here. Miles Lunger, thank you for joining. If you have questions for the guys, you can drop them down below. All right, so what was there like a band or a person in your life or something like that got you started in music, or that really like kind of piqued your interest in that kind of thing?
For me personally, yeah, I got into this one musician on Vine, actually.
Oh wow.
Kind of inspired me to like start playing music, and then I don't know, Luke, if you want to tell how we got together then.
Oh, well, that's all Ringo Starr. Me and Gus met at the lunch table in 7th grade, singing the No No song by Ringo Starr. We were both big Beatles fans, and we started jamming in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing.
Very cool. Well, Ringo bringing people together, yeah. Yeah. Space from 2112, thank you for joining. And then you kind of reached it once you guys kind of established something, you reached back out to your brother to jump in on bass?
So yeah, me and Luke were jamming for a long time back then, just writing the worst songs you could ever imagine.
Play some of those. So
I was gonna say, do you still have them?
Yeah, I do whip them out sometimes. But we kind of went our separate ways for a bit, and I kind of found my own sound and started writing, original music and all that. And I guess it was 2021 then that we got back together, right?
Mm, or was I can't remember.
Yeah, it was like September 2021.
Mm.
We just hadn't seen each other for a while. I reached out to him, or maybe you reached out to me, something. We were like, oh yeah, let's.
We didn't talk like after you moved, and then
Yeah,
you moved back and stuff. So
yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, come on over, let's jam like the old times and stuff. Started playing some of my new stuff, and I assume, Luke, you dug it because stuck around, and I had a show coming up that I had booked to play like solo, because I was just doing like solo stuff, and I was like, oh, the show's coming up. Why don't you play drums for me on the show? And then we were like, well, we could maybe find a bassist. And then, Alex, you had just started playing bass then, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was attempting to get Gus to show me a few licks on his live CGR, and
Yeah.
I wasn't really thinking of doing anything serious with it until they came to me. They're like, "Hey, our show is like a month out. We can't find anybody else. Will you
Yeah.
please help
So
just for one show, please? We just need for one show. That's all we need."
we had you learn like what, like
20 songs.
20 songs or something in like a month after just starting to play the bass.
Yeah. Hey, that's the way to do it, man. You just got to jump right in. Some people are like, oh, you need lessons. Like, that's the best teacher right there. Let's just get on stage and make it happen. You'll pick it up on the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And since then, he's become a pretty freaking cool bassist. I don't know if we can curse here, but
Oh, you certainly can.
oh, he's a
Fuck
fucking cool bassist, man.
yeah. Cool. Kale D. Muffley, thank you for joining. Let's see here. So, how did you decide? Like, was the horror punk theme something you had in mind the whole time, or is it just kind of what you'd write naturally? Where did that come from?
That came from me, I guess. I I've always been into like Halloween and horror and stuff, and I mean, I'd show you my apartment right now, but I got this tripod stuff. But I've always been big into that stuff, and the first kind of songs I started like writing original were like real sad boy stuff, and I was like, I can't keep doing this, and I was introduced to like the world of folk punk and like horror folk punk through a friend, and I was introduced to this band Harley Poe and got really into it. I was like, this is the kind of stuff I want to do. So I just started writing music like that, and I had a lot of fun with it, and just kept on that train,
Yeah, very cool. I need glasses. Jack, I don't. Do you know him? It says fine young man or her? Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate it. Cool. Like I get like kind of a like Cramps, psychobilly, surf rock, carnival music vibe. Is that kind of in the right?
I love that.
Yeah.
You made me a very happy person right now.
Very cool.
Yeah, very into the Cramps. Love like the Misfits. Me and Alex we're big Violent Femmes fans.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you definitely have you heard of This Way to the Egress?
No.
They're okay. So I think would be a great fit with them. They have been a band for 10 or 15 years. They're based out of Lehigh Valley. They've toured pretty much all over the place, Europe included. They're like accordion based, but I think they call themselves like carnival punk or something like that, but definitely check them out. And how about Gravel Gut? Do you know them as well? Oh, okay, perfect. you definitely need to talk to both those bands because they are very. The Gravel Guts also like heavy Cramps influence.
Somebody write this down.
Psychobilly stuff. Yeah, I can text you after.
Yeah, for sure, please.
But when I heard your music, I was like, these guys would make a great show with those other two bands. Just you three bands, I think would be fantastic. So
Yeah,
I will help you put that together if that's something you're interested in for sure.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so like when you're booking, I know you played the Pine Ridge Fest. We're going to be playing Carnival of Chaos soon. Are you just trying to book anywhere? Are you like, because you have like such a specific kind of sound and theme, are you really trying to hone in on certain things and certain venues and that sort of thing?
Well, we try to stay away from like shitty places, you know.
Always a good idea.
We try to be inclusive in everything. You know, we don't want to play with a bunch of assholes, but really, but besides that, we just try to get what we can, you know, especially because of our unique sound.
Mm-hmm.
If a place will have us, we'll take it, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where we'll talk about it after, but yeah, as soon as I heard you guys, I was like, oh man, this would make a great show at or some people are chiming in here. Angel said that would be a great lineup. I agree, Angel. And Rosie says, that's funny, Gravel Gut was on our list of bands to pick for COC3. Well, maybe it can be COC4 or we can figure something else out because I think they're like this. I just, especially on the Cramp side of things, you could just hear it right in both the bands. So, interesting drummers too. You both have very interesting, like, you know, the more like psychobilly or whatever you want to call it, kind of beats where it's a little bit more on the, I don't want to say countryside, but not your standard beats kind of thing too, which I always love. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to elaborate that on that a little bit, Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of go for?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's just like punk rock drums. I mean, most punk beats are just like sped up polka, just like
That's
boom, clap, boom,
true.
clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, and you know, you just kick it up 100 beats per minute, and you're having a great time. So
Love that. Yeah. And a great point. Let's see. How about talk to me about how you basically have a collection of songs. You go right out into playing shows. At what point are you like, all right, we need to record these things and get them up for everyone? How'd that process go and how'd that start?
how is it going?
Hey, fuck off, man. So with the EP Punkin', they're listed as demos and everything. I've always not always, but I've been into like DIY recording for a long time. I have another EP out that's that sad boy music I was talking about. Like solo stuff that I would like just play everything and record it all. And I think I just kept that like same kind of mindset when we started playing together, and eventually we were just like, well, we have a couple songs that sound good together because we don't play primarily like one genre of song. I would say like it's all punk based, but we have different like kind of styles. And with Punkin', we were like, oh, these songs all kind of sound cool together. Let's try to record it. We went to what's it called? Studio 11 in
Oh yeah. I recorded vocals there.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah, it's really cool, but
Did we keep anything from those sessions?
Yeah, I have a demo of some kind of Monster Mash and I think Teenage Vampire and maybe Gaslight on a flash drive somewhere. But yeah, like we were doing stuff with that and it just kind of fell apart. Like, nothing bad really. We just didn't keep up with it, and I think also that's around the time we had to move, Alex, right? From the townhouse, and then I moved all the way up here and whatever. So then we were just like, let's just record a couple demos by ourselves and threw that together. And like, I guess I had the idea because it was like coming up. It was what, a month before Halloween or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's almost Halloween. We're a hard punk band. Like let's get these demos recorded and released on Halloween. And we did it in a month or less. And that's why it sounds like the way it sounds. But
I don't. Yeah, I don't really care about. We had this debate too. Like, should we call these demos or should we just release them? Do you have plans on like re-recording them at all, or?
We talk about it. We would like to
Mhm.
take them to like a legit studio and re-record them. The more I listen to it, the more I'm kind of fine with it. And like,
Yeah, I would totally agree. Yeah.
listen to some like other like I'm a big fan of the band the Taxpayers, and
Oh, I
some
don't
of their like they're like hard
They're
folk
awesome.
punk.
I'll check them out.
Yeah. But like their first album is just god awful. Like it's such a piss poor recording.
I do feel like as long as people keep seeing you or hearing you improve, it really, like, the sound quality doesn't matter. And the songs, if the songs are there, people are very forgiving with the quality of the recordings. So yeah, we debated that long time too, and it's like, you know what, these are just the best we can do right now. We're just gonna call it what it is and just release them and go forward with that. So it sounds like you guys did the
Well,
same thing.
maybe keeping that mindset. We started working a couple months ago on recording another EP,
Oh, cool.
and I kind of gave up on it a little bit because I was like, these sound like shit. But maybe
Coming out in July, though.
what's that?
I thought it was coming out in July, though.
Yeah, late June, early July.
June, early July, right?
Oh, Halloween will be here before you know it. You know,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah. Actually, they're more they're kind of more country sounding
cool.
songs. More on the folky side,
Yeah.
but yeah. Maybe I'll start working on that again. Who knows?
I know what it's like, and I think that's part of the DIY thing too, is when you're trying to do it all yourself, it gets like, you get sick of hearing it, you have to do everything, there's no one to, I mean, there are people, obviously your bandmates and whoever else to bounce these things off of, but you can definitely get burnt out on it pretty easy.
Yeah. I think that's what I was feeling, and then we were trying to record like vocals, and the vocals weren't like sitting, and I was just like, you know what?
Totally hear that, man.
It gets pretty intense when you're like recording all in 1 month and everybody's just on overdrive. You have work and everything, and then you're like, now I have this, and we have these release dates in our head and everything. There's been multiple times where, as a group, we've just had to be like, let's take some R&R and just smooth things out and go back at it, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes just taking a step back and letting it breathe, and you can come right back in and just bang it right out too. I've had that happen before. Very interesting. Caitlin Renson, thank you for joining. Steph Connors, thank you for joining. Rosie says, it sounds good in my car. So yeah, there you go.
That's the best place to listen to it.
I agree, yeah.
Smoke
like,
some weed and listen to it in your
that's
car.
That's always a good way to start too. I always find like headphones and the car are really only two places it needs to sound good. Anything else, whatever.
Yeah.
Just kind of be a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Angel says bands are much harder on themselves than the general public when it comes to how the recordings sound. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And I do feel like people can hear the songs in there, and it really doesn't matter. The recording quality isn't as important as the musicians themselves wanted it to be. So yeah. Have you, so you're like focusing on EPs? Talk a little bit about that.
That kind of goes along with what I was saying before about how we have a kind of a mismatch collection of songs.
Yeah.
And we have about what, like 35 original songs altogether.
Wow.
And then there's like different kind of sets of them. Some of them have like a more bluesy sound, and then some of them have that more punk, like the songs on Punkin', and then the songs on the EP that we were working on have that folky sound. And it's like, me personally, and I think, you know, we all kind of agreed on it, to just kind of keep them together instead of releasing them all on one big album and having it kind of be, you know, this weird kind of mismatch. Just kind of have these little like tidbit, like taste, you know, kind of sensations of what,
A little sampler.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of of these different genres that we like to dip our toes into, you know.
Take a little cues from King Gizzard.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, he just released 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta work on releasing 6 albums in a year.
Yeah.
Are they still in the multi-tonal guitars too, or did they get away from that? I don't even know.
I don't think their latest is.
Oh,
Their latest is very heavy. I love it, but
I only heard the single.
oh, you got
yeah, that was cool.
album. It's great.
Very cool.
The drums are killer.
Cool. Let's see. Zach Schwartz, thank you for joining. Fricks Ken Frick, thank you for joining. If you have questions for the guys, you can drop them in the comments. Let's see here. Oh shoot, what was the next question I would ask you? Can you maybe talk a little bit more? This is one I had for you. Do you tour in the Hearse, or is that just for photos?
My heart's breaking.
Oh no! Was it a
we have not gone on a tour yet or anything. Not that we're opposed to it. We just all have like day jobs and shit.
Amen to that.
But yeah, currently the Hearse is out of commission. It is just, it's been on a downward spiral ever since we took it to East Stroudsburg once, and I
Those are right to remember for everyone involved.
Okay, the story's fun. We took it to this show that we played at the Sherman Showcase, and it was super cool. We were able to park it like right in front of the showcase there, and people were walking by checking it out, and of course we were hype about it. It was only like what a month or two after I got it. Like,
yeah.
Where did you get it?
A friend, an uncle of a friend,
Okay.
restores hearses. That's a fun story too. But
Yeah.
so we had it parked out front, and this old couple was walking by, or maybe it was just a single old lady or something. And I was I was feeling a little feisty. I was like, check out the Hearse. I started like opening up all the doors and everything, and she's like, oh, it's cool. It's like, let me rev the engine for you. And I like, I have the windows down, the doors open. I start like revving this thing, and somebody across the road, they're like, "You're smoking!" And like at first, I thought that was like a compliment. It's like, oh, yeah, we're on fire, baby.
Yeah. And
we
hear the biggest popping sound in the world, and coolant comes pouring out.
and the smoke is coming up in the front, and that was our only way up there. We all piled up into
our equipment
and all
in the back of it. We had no idea how to get back.
Yeah. Eventually, to make a long story short, after we played and everything, one of the band's like brothers, I think, came and temporarily fixed it. We filled it with water, and then prayed to God and drove it home.
We made it.
And yeah,
we
actually got pulled over then.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah. That wasn't the first time, though.
So are you looking to get it restored eventually? I think it's a great idea, and like to your point, you could just roll up in front of a venue and like kind of make a scene.
Yeah.
With the
Currently, right now, I think my plan is to have somebody come check it out, and if they don't know what the issue is, then I think I'm gonna have to sell it.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Well, if your friend restores them, maybe just grab another one then.
Yeah.
Dave from Chaos Guitars asks, where did the name come from? Thank you, Dave. I had that one on the list too.
Cool. Yeah, so I was always into like having a stage name and everything. And when I first started playing, I went by the name 1999, which was stupid, but it's the year I was born. And that's when I did like Sad Boy stuff, and I was like, I can't keep this anymore. So I started looking for a new name. I would go out to open mics and try different things. I think for a while I was going by Spooky Gus. But
why'd you can that one?
I just had a big list in my phone of like a bunch of names that I was trying trying out, and I eventually landed on Edgar Gorre because of Edgar Allan Poe, and kind of a little bit of it, like to get a little to pull the curtain back a bit, I guess. That band Harley Poe, I like. That kind of went hand in hand with that. Like they got the Poe, I got the Edgar.
Nice.
And then Gore, I just thought was cool. I added the double R for, 5 letters in Edgar, 5 letters in Gore.
Cool.
And then when we got together, we were just again we came up with a big list of names.
Yeah.
I had always like thought of having a band behind me while I was doing solo stuff, and I had like the name Edgar Gorre and the Pumpkin Horrors like in my mind for a while, and and then Alex was persistent on the humorous femurs, which whatever. But yeah, we just what was that?
That's a great name.
Yeah, right.
Maybe an album.
But no, and eventually it kind of hit me with like the Nevermores rhyming with Edgar Gorre, and then again having the same amount of letters, and then keeping the Edgar Allan Poe theme and everything.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Rosie says 1999. Okay, that hurts. Well, yeah, I agree there.
Sorry, and I'm the oldest.
So I want to get back to you, like releasing. You were talking about releasing the EP and how your songs are, because we're experiencing the same thing. We're been together for coming up in 2 years in November, and we kind of have a couple people writing, and we're kind of trying to figure out which direction to go. So we would just kind of release in singles, and then once we release like 4 or so singles, then we'll package them as an EP and release them that way, so we can have a little bit of like more like a trickle of constant things coming out.
Yeah.
Is that something? Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, is that something? And I feel like everything's kind of going more singles recently, anyway. Too. Is that something that you guys would consider?
We've definitely talked about that, right, Luke? Like,
yeah.
Especially, when it comes to maybe releasing a full album, we've talked about that. And I've thought about that too with like the songs that we were just recording, that if they don't all kind of, play out into the EP or like come together into an EP, maybe just work on one, like Skinny Creepy Dead or something, and then like release that as a single.
Yes.
Or maybe release it as a teaser.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, for when the EP comes out.
For when the EP comes out. Yeah. Trust me, soon.
Late July, early August.
Almost there. What was the other thing too in regard to that? BR Wagner, thank you for joining. Questions, drop them in the comments for the guys. How about Carnival of Chaos? Like, how did that come about? How did you get in touch with Dave and Rosie? Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we played this show at this place called The Church, and do you guys remember how we got that show?
I begged you for months to reach out to them because it seemed like a really cool venue.
Yeah, right.
There was a lot of bands that I like to listen to that have been there, and I think they just responded to an email eventually.
Yeah, that sounds right. So we played there with a bunch of cool bands, and Dave and Rosie were there, and we were just like sitting at our merch table, and they like came and talked to us, and they mentioned the Carnival of Chaos and Chaos Guitars and everything, which I know I've heard of. I don't know if you guys have heard of them before. The Church.
Chaos Guitars?
Yeah.
Oh, The Church, yeah, R.I.P. They just recently stopped having shows, so
I think ours was the last show.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Close the place down.
They just swung it on us at the end.
Yeah, right. We were just talking, and they were cool people and everything, and they mentioned the Carnival of Chaos, and I was like, oh yeah, we'd be interested in that. And then they started putting out the promotion for looking for bands, and sent us a direct message saying that they were looking for applications, and just sent the email, and it was they picked us.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Very cool. Do you guys have anything special planned for the show?
Lots of blood. I don't know.
Oh,
You gonna draw your blood on stage, you said?
Yeah, this guy keeps wanting me to draw my own blood on stage because I'm a phlebotomist for my day job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How'd you get into that?
I don't. Through Luke, I guess you told me to apply for it, but I thought.
Yeah, he kept all these night jobs, like at a casino and stuff. I'm like, well, we can't gig when you work every weekend night, so come to my place and get a day job.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I'm a real life vampire.
I was gonna say, are you weaker? Are you weaker during your day job?
Yeah.
In the sun.
It feels like that every day. But no, I don't know. Maybe I'll whip out the Skelebener costume again.
I want to get into visuals in a second. Dave from Chaos Guitars says the last show they played was with the Borderline.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're all playing.
Yeah. Very cool.
They were really cool guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I haven't met them yet, but yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then Rosie said, "And the Galaxy Has Eyes," which we have had on the show, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
They just played Pretty and Punk down in Delaware, which looked like it was a lot of fun too. So yeah, that sounds like a great show right there as well.
Yeah. They killed it. They were so cool.
Yeah. One little fun anecdote from our show with them, that we caught a clip of someone was like basically like crowd killing. Like they were playing, Galaxy Has Eyes was playing, and Kira came down like into the crowd, and then some cat like basically ran through trying to start a pit and like bowled her over, and we happened to catch a snippet of it, and she was like, "Send that to me, I want to share it with everyone." And she bounced right back up.
Yeah.
Didn't miss a beat. It was awesome.
Yeah. She's badass.
Yeah. He then ran into like the entire mixing board and knocked all that over too. So it was definitely like a punk show. But at first it was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? But then it was like, it actually turned out pretty cool. So yeah, always an interesting time. As far as live visuals go, is that something you guys think about or want to expand on more, or is it just something like you'd rather just focus on the music side of things?
Yeah, it's definitely something we think about and want to expand on, and especially me. I I want cooler costumes and shit, but I don't know. We've kind of fell into something that works for now, I guess. But for a while, we were trying out things like I would wear a mask sometimes, or we had this like skeleton get up or whatever, and just a bunch of different things. But now, I just tell the boys dress in black, and I'll do my thing. I do like a red eyeliner, red makeup and stuff, and just try to look weird. Back in November, December, I like shaved my head. That was that was fun. I looked like a real weirdo. But
wow.
But
is it something you experiment with and then see how the crowd reacts, or
we experiment with some things. Some things we don't like. We bought those tombstones. We never bring those tombstones out.
Right.
Just like prop, tombstones from Spirit.
Yep. Oh yeah. And that's a great place just to get not even Halloween stuff, but like random stage props and stuff. I always thought that was great.
Oh yeah. We me and Alex, our other brother, does like film stuff, so he put together
cool.
kind of a clip clip show thing of old like black and white B movies.
Yep.
And we were gonna like try casting that behind us, and then we
Oh,
never
that's good.
took that out either. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now we just kind of do the thing where I just look weird and intimidating. Alex looks cool on bass, and then Luke fucking goes ham on the drums. You know.
You can't see me back there anyway.
Yeah.
We do have that about the drummers. Like, what are we gonna wear? And it's like, well, a drummer really doesn't matter because no one he's behind the kit anyway. So they always kind of get a pass.
Yeah. Can you say it louder again?
Hey man, hey. But yeah, and then I don't know. I mentioned before, Lots of Blood. Sometimes for some of the previous shows we've been playing, we did this at the church. The last song that we played in the set was I Was a Teenage Vampire.
Yeah,
so I like
song, man.
Turn around, I have like this flavored blood that's I guess specifically for your mouth, and I'd like pop that in and then just let it all kind of come down while I'm playing.
Cool. Yeah.
Gets all over the microphone and my guitar. I still have on here.
You got a lot of good pictures from that.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's when some bands like don't even think about that kind of stuff. But I feel like the more people have on the show and we talk through it, it's like it's so important, and some people just gloss over it.
Yeah, well, like especially I say this, but especially being a horror punk band, I think a big part of being a horror punk is all the theatrics. I mean, you look at the Misfits, you look at Doyle. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Who's back on tour, I believe.
Yeah, I just saw them a couple weeks ago.
Where at?
Pretty cool. Newark. They were playing.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw he was going around, but I didn't catch him.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some good shows at the Sherman too that are coming through, but I can't remember who they are.
Yeah. I know Doyle was playing there or is going to play there.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
We tried to hop on that, but
yeah.
The Sherman did that thing that was like sell 50 tickets and got discouraged. You know, it's like we don't even know 50 people.
Yeah, same. And you know what? A lot of times, I talk to people about that a lot and do research on that. And really, as long as you can, they say too, like the venue benefits with opening acts, like you're probably not going to get paid, but you have the opportunity to open up for a band like that.
Yeah.
It's good for the venue too, because it keeps people there buying drinks, which is really what they're making their money off of anyway. So yeah, I guess you can always try to argue that case and see how far that gets you too. But
yeah.
All right, The Truth ATL, thank you for joining. Rah-Rah96, thank you for joining. And Rosie has a question. Don't forget to check your email and reply to Dave's question.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting on that response, boys.
Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah, Dave put out a request for all the musicians to write him, giving him the reason why music is so important to them, and I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna tell him we're gonna respond to that. I'm just waiting for these guys to give me their response.
Yeah, rattle it off right now. We'll record it and send it to them.
Well, let's see. I mean, I don't know. I know Dave already said this, but it definitely, I think for a lot of us, it definitely saved lives. Like, I
for sure.
I don't know where I would be without, music.
Yep. Mine was, it gives me hope too. It's like, you're grinding away your day job or something like that. You're like, why am I even doing this at all? It's just, and also lets you express who you really are.
Oh,
you don't have to put the mask on and be normal to normal people and all that kind of stuff. So,
And you find the right community of people too. It's just nothing beats it, man. Like playing a show with some of the people we've played with. Yeah. We've met some really cool people that it's just nothing like it. You know?
Dave will say this all the time. It's all about building community, and it took me so long. I feel kind of dumb sometimes that it took me so long to realize that, and that's why we started the live stream, which is like, it was during the pandemic. We needed a way to reach out to other bands and just find a way to connect with them. And so he he knows the deal and how to do it. So yeah, happy to be a part of Carnival of Chaos for sure.
Oh,
And Dave has a comment here: pay to play, fuck
yeah.
that, in my
I
opinion.
think that's
I
where we
think,
stand too.
yeah.
all
I
of
mean, there's certain opportunities that I would really consider it if they're good enough, but that is so far away from where we're at right now that
Yeah.
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
So
I mean, like I said, we if we would have hopped on that Doyle show, we don't know 50 people to sell to, and then it
yeah,
would be a waste of time for us, for the venue, well, mostly for us.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the venue, it's in their best interest to kind of build those relationships in that community too, and have someone like you
Yeah,
locally, even if it's. I don't know any local band who can like reliably draw 50 people for an opening gig like that. Um,
Rubik's.
but maybe you think so? Yeah. Were they at the Sherman? Were they at the Sherman showcase
Uh,
with you?
no, we haven't played there with them. We played at
the Downriver.
Downriver Brewing
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Strasbourg.
We'll have to get them on eventually too.
Uh,
Yeah, maybe they could.
but
Um,
yeah, I don't know. I just it always feels like they are the venue, we are the act, we are there for them,
uh-huh.
and it's kind of their job to bring the people for us. I don't know. It's
It,
it's it's a tough kind of back and forth
Yeah,
sort of thing.
cart or the horse, what comes first, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and also like there's a big difference between I feel at least giving somebody, sending somebody a flyer for one of your shows and it's saying like $10 cover or something, then actually like trying to reach out to people and be like, oh, buy this ticket for like, this amount of money and
Yeah.
come see us. It feels a little bit less genuine than, oh, come on out and hang out with us. It's,
And that's really what fans are looking for. They're looking for that experience where they feel like they can connect with you and yeah, spend some time with you, hang out.
yeah.
In front of a hearse potentially, like that kind of.
Or
That's the
inside.
stuff or inside. That's what people remember, and that's what the memories are what they're trying to take away. So, let's see. Dave has some comments. You are artists and original and every bit as good talent wise as everybody else. As I don't see ever that you should pay to play. And you have to promote yourself. If you don't know, well, that is for damn sure. I feel like you have to be just as good of a marketer and promoter as you are a musician, and some that can really turn some musicians off. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the way it works.
It definitely gets hard to do some of those things. Trying to balance all that out. Don't look at me. My my girlfriend's giving me the stink eye right now, but
We'll wrap up soon. Don't worry.
no, for marketing, because
Oh, is she a marketer?
maybe.
Oh, all right. Pick her brain, yeah.
But
What's that?
She's already offered multiple times to help us with that. But,
Oh, take her up on it for sure. I will fly that flag for her. Yeah. It's so we have a manager helping us, and it is so much help.
yeah,
Like we still have a lot of work to do, but a lot more can be just focused on making music and building connections and relationships and that sort of thing. And you focus on doing what you know how to do best. And I feel that's kind of a game changer for us personally. So I will always recommend that.
yeah.
Alex, I have to ask you. I saw one of your clips had like a flying V bass. Do you still have that thing? Nice, right there. Yeah,
right here.
yeah. Tell me a little bit about that because you don't see those every day.
So,
Is it a south? Are you lefty?
Sorry?
Are you lefty?
No,
Oh,
no, it's probably
with the
just
camera backwards.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So when I first started playing, I was using Gus's like a standard Ibanez SDGR,
Yep.
and I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna be serious about this, I have to get my own equipment, something
Yep.
for me personally. Can't just
Yeah.
keep following his. And at the time, my favorite bassist, he wasn't even a real person. He was fucking Murdoch Nichols from the Gorillaz. My favorite song, Feel Good Inc.
Yep.
In the music
Yeah,
video,
yeah.
he uses Cherry Red Gibson Flying V. I'm like, I need that.
So you specifically are looking for like a Cherry Red Gibson Flying V. Oh, okay.
It's so hard to
I was just gonna say.
a Cherry Red Gibson Flying V. They don't make them. They've only made them like in 1982 to 84, something like that,
Yeah.
and then once more again in 2012.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately, I found one of the 2012 ones, not too busted up. It was a little over $3,000.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey,
So would you sell blood or something for it? Or?
Sacrifice something to Satan.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Even
well,
better. What am I thinking?
He sold his soul to Gus.
Yeah.
Well done. Seems like it's worth it.
Oh my god, this sounds.
And how many bases have you bought in the last year?
In the last year?
Well, last 2 years, I guess. How many bases do you own now?
Oh, the floodgates are open, are they?
7?
7.
Wow, really? What do you look for in a bass? Like, are you just like, are you?
So once I find a bass that has a sound that I do not own, I want it. And
Oh, okay.
typically, I will get it. Like I think the last bass I bought was a Squire Vibe 6.
Oh, a 6?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
almost like it's not a bass.
Yeah, like a kind of a bass 6 kind of thing, where
yeah,
almost
not very,
guitarish.
yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's like tuned an octave below guitar.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it kind of almost looks half and half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Angel says, thank you, Angel. That's our manager, and she puts in a lot of time and effort, and we are very appreciative of that. Miles Lunger says, cat spotted by Gus, band mascot, question mark. Yeah. Making a live stream appearance. What's your cat's name?
This is Lucifer. She's
Right.
my little girl.
I grew up with dogs and then randomly got a hairless cat and another crazy breed from my friend whose cousin was going to jail, and she was like, all right, I just need to drop these off somewhere. I was like, all right, I'll watch them for 2 weeks, and then they just never left.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been a cat guy ever since, so very cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Let's see. Alex, I recently bought a guitar based solely on the way it looked online without ever having to play it. It sounds like you have done something similar with the V. What was that experience like? When you got it, were you like, I love this thing immediately? Or were you kind of like, oh, I don't know, I just spent a lot of money on it?
I was afraid to touch it because of the amount I paid for it. Like, I got it, got the box, opened it up, slid it out in its case, opened it up, and just stared at it for like a solid 30 minutes.
We are not allowed to touch it.
Yeah,
of course not. Don't even look at it.
But picking it up and playing it for the first time, like I believe it came with flat wound strings on it.
Oh, interesting. Did you like those or no?
Oh my god, yeah, I'm a huge fan of flat wound.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
But yeah, it was like, I don't know what it is, but I immediately improved at playing the bass.
It inspires you. It does. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, good gear will do that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Are you guys gearheads, or do you just kind of whatever comes through?
I would say
is what you're using.
I would say Luke is the biggest gearhead out of all.
Okay. All right.
Spends the most money on. I just have my old fucking faithful guitar I've had for 7 years that I beat the shit out of.
Nice. Yeah.
Too much.
What's been your guilty pleasure there, Luke?
Ooh.
The list is long.
Definitely the cowbell.
Oh, cowbell, nice.
That's pretty good. But no, my snare is
Ooh.
that I use for this is phenomenal. It's a Tama. It's like a 14 by 7 steel snare, and it is so punchy. It is the most powerful thing I've ever hit.
Yes,
And
it's perfect for us, man.
I love it. I love it. It sounds like a gunshot when you
I
rim
love
shot. It's
those.
insane.
I don't know snares as much. All I know is our drummer brings this one snare it's not very deep, but it's got this like crack to it that's like, yes, please,
Oh,
more of that.
like a piccolo or
Yeah,
something.
it's close to a piccolo, but I'm not sure. How is it's 14 by 7 deep?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have to get better on my snare depths. But is that tend to be like deeper, or is that a little on the shallower side?
That's about as big as a standard snare will go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
you can get like 8, maybe 9 deep, but those are like pretty.
oh, so you're on the extreme end already. Okay, cool. Yeah. Angel, our manager, says, "Oh, that's right. You guys have a gig this Saturday at the Soft Machine Gallery, right?"
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, she will be there. Yeah, so she'll introduce
Oh yeah.
herself. Yeah, and come hang out with you guys. And who else is on that? Rogue Target.
Rogue Target and Hollow Hal.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
looking
and
forward to that. That'd be fun.
yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit? It's like billed as a goth night or something like that.
Goth Night. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're super excited for that. Especially the last show we played was just kind of a bunk, bogus, if you will.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that
um,
there or just in general?
wait, I'm sorry.
The show was it at Soft Machine, or was it just?
No,
I mean,
it was this last minute show. And I don't want to talk
no,
shit or anything, but it was
no,
at
yeah,
What? Don't.
yeah, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
it was at this place, the Fire in Philly.
Oh my God! So I lived down there many years ago, and they just basically got up and running, and yeah, it's been there for so
Yeah,
long. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
that's
Yeah,
what they said, and like last minute, we were cool with that, but yeah, it just nobody was there. It was a matinee show on a
yep,
Sunday, and um, my guitar is kind of like out of commission right now, so
hmm
I was kind of bummed about that,
yep,
playing his stupid guitar. uh,
yep, yep.
um, and yeah, I don't know. We played fine apparently, but yeah, it wasn't as fun as it could be, Especially it was our first show in Philly as well,
Oh yeah,
so I guess we just kind of maybe had more like higher hopes.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
I'm just mad we didn't get into the Met.
what's that? What did you say?
He's mad you didn't get booked at the Met.
Oh yeah, not yet.
If you do, let me know how you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No, we'll bring y'all along.
Cool.
Uh,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like once you play a show like that, you're like, all right, we got to get another good one back under our belt, because that's just the last taste you have in your mouth, and that's always not good.
yeah, yeah, and like playing so far away, nobody we knew came and everything. So we're looking forward to playing, especially in Allentown. Have we played in Allentown yet? I don't think so.
I don't think we have.
Um, such a centralized location for all the people we know. It should
Yeah.
be, again,
Awesome.
have those people come out and hang out and have that community support and everything.
Yeah, for sure. Demetrius, Jaden, thank you for joining. We are just at about an hour, so yeah. Anything else you guys want to plug one more time? There's that show this Saturday, which would be great for everyone locally to come on out and see. And we have Carnival of Chaos on August 12th in Schnecksville. Yeah. Anything else? Your Instagram accounts?
Yeah.
Spotify.
We have a couple other shows coming up that we know of right now in August. I think August 11th, playing Halloware with what's that, Horror Punk USA or something.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, boy, it's just between you and me. I just sent them an email again to see what's up with that. But we have that one coming up, I think, We have Carnival of Chaos then, and then August 26th, my birthday. We got a show in. Do you guys know where that show is? I forget.
I don't remember. That's why we have our Instagram account, so everyone can.
There you go.
Yeah.
Check it out there.
We have some stuff coming up in August, and hopefully we'll start. We've been kind of lacking on booking, but we'll start booking some more stuff again. And if you follow the Instagram, we'll post about it, and maybe we'll have a new marketing person.
Yeah, now we're talking.
And the Spotify, best place to find our music, I guess. Well, Spotify or Apple Music, whichever we're on.
Yes, and we have a live stream band playlist. I just added you to that one too, which is awesome. Followed you guys on YouTube, all that good stuff. So
our YouTube account. We haven't posted on that in a while. We have our YouTube music that's like through YouTube, I guess, because we distributed through DistroKid.
Same.
But yeah, pretty cool. But then we have our own like YouTube page, which is just Edgar Gorre, and sometimes we post like live shows or stupid videos.
Yeah, I was watching some. Yeah, cool stuff.
Stupid promotional shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just check us out everywhere, and hit us up. We're cool guys.
Awesome. All right. That was Gus, Luke, and Alex of Edgar Gorre and Nevermores. They'll be joining us at COC3. Next week, we will have Dave of Chaos Guitars, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll have to double check that to make sure. But if it's not next week, it's the following week. So looking forward to keeping this push going for COC3. And yeah, thank you guys for coming on. And we look forward to playing that show with you. So thank you so much and have a good night.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
See ya.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.
You sick fuck.